Is your kitchen island actually helping you, or holding you back? Have you ever wondered why your island feels too big, or maybe too small? Why does it look nice, but just doesn't work the way you hoped? You're not alone. There's one big mistake almost everyone makes when adding a kitchen island. And chances are, you might be making it too. In this video, we're going to break it down. We'll show you exactly what goes wrong, why it happens, and most importantly, how to fix it. From layout to lighting, from storage to seating, we'll walk you through every step in easy, everyday language. So whether you're planning a new kitchen, or trying to fix the one you already have, this guide will help you make the island truly shine. Let's fix the most common kitchen island mistake, once and for all. You're going to be surprised how easy it is. 1. Importance of the kitchen island. The kitchen island is often the most important part of the kitchen. It's where we chop vegetables, mix ingredients, and sometimes even sit down for a quick meal. It's the heart of the kitchen, a space for cooking, chatting, and even gathering around with family and friends. A good island can make cooking easier and more enjoyable. It can also make your kitchen feel bigger, brighter, and more organized. But here's the thing, the island needs to be more than just a flat surface. It needs to serve multiple purposes. Whether it's for meal prep, extra storage, or even a place to eat, the island should be a smart and functional space. When done right, it ties the whole kitchen together. Imagine an island that makes your life easier, not harder. Sadly, many homeowners forget how important the island is for both style and function. They don't give it the attention it deserves, and that's where things can go wrong. The kitchen island isn't just a place to put your things, it's the centerpiece of the room. If it's not planned out correctly, it can quickly become a cluttered mess, making your kitchen feel smaller and less inviting. So, what makes a good kitchen island? How can it work for you instead of against you? That's what we're about to find out. If your island isn't serving you in the best way possible, don't worry. This mistake is easy to fix. Let's dig into what's going wrong and how you can fix it to make your kitchen island truly shine. 2. Present the mistake. So, what's the big mistake that almost everyone makes with their kitchen island? It's something that seems harmless but can actually cause a lot of problems. The mistake is overcrowding your island. Yes, that's right. Many homeowners end up filling their island with too many items. They place appliances, storage baskets, decor, and even extra seating on the island. It might look like it's helping with function or style, but the truth is, it's doing the opposite. When you overcrowd your island, it becomes hard to move around. You lose precious counter space for cooking and prepping. Plus, it makes the island feel cluttered and cramped, which can make your entire kitchen feel smaller. Instead of being the hub of your kitchen, it becomes a place filled with distractions. Every time you try to use the island, you have to move things around, which takes up time and effort. Not only is it frustrating, but it also makes the kitchen less efficient. Have you noticed this happening in your own kitchen? Maybe your island has a blender, coffee machine, fruit bowl, or even your kids' school bags all in one place. It might feel like you're getting the most out of your island, but in reality, it's causing more harm than good. Overcrowding your island is a common mistake, and it's one that's easy to fix. Let's take a look at how we can solve this problem and make your island work better for you. 3 visual examples of the mistake. Let's take a closer look at what overcrowding your kitchen island really looks like. Picture this, you walk into your kitchen, and there's your island, packed with items. On one side, you've got a blender, a coffee maker, and a toaster. On the other side, there's a fruit bowl, some cookbooks, and a few random items that never seem to find their place. Add a couple of chairs or stools around the edge, and it's starting to feel like you have no space to even cook. Now, how does this make you feel? Overwhelmed, right? This is a classic example of an overcrowded island. Instead of being a clean, spacious area for meal prep, it becomes a cluttered space that's hard to work in. You can't easily chop vegetables or roll out dough without moving things around first. And worst of all, it's hard to keep clean. With all those items in the way, crumbs and spills get stuck, and cleaning becomes a chore. Imagine walking into a kitchen that feels open and calm. Instead of an island piled high with appliances and clutter, picture it with just the essentials. Maybe a cutting board, a knife, and a bowl. The difference is huge. A clean, organized island makes the kitchen feel spacious and allows you to work more easily. Doesn't that sound better? Now that you can see the problem, you're probably thinking, what's the fix? Don't worry, it's simpler than you think. Let's move on to how we can clear up this mess and turn your kitchen island into a functional and beautiful space. For the solution, how to fix the overcrowding problem. Now that we've seen the problem, let's talk about how to fix it. The solution is simple: clear the clutter and simplify. Start by asking yourself, what do I actually need on my island? Focus on the essentials and remove anything that doesn't serve a purpose. If you use your blender every day, keep it on the island. But if it's just there taking up space, find a better place for it. The same goes for all the other items, appliances, decor, and random stuff that end up on your island. Think about how you use your island. If it's mostly for meal prep, leave a clean, open space for chopping and cooking. If you need storage, consider adding some drawers or shelves underneath. If you love having a place to sit and eat, keep just a few stools or chairs around the island, and make sure there's enough room to move comfortably. By cutting back on unnecessary items, you'll not only free up space but also make your kitchen look more organized and clean. Another great tip is to create zones on your island. Maybe one side is for food prep, and another is for drinks or snacks. When everything has its place, it's easier to keep the island tidy and functional. And the best part? You'll feel more relaxed in your kitchen because it won't be overloaded with clutter. So take a step back, remove the extra items, and focus on what's truly useful. Once you've done that, you'll see just how much better your kitchen island can work for you. Ready to simplify? Let's move on to the next step and make sure your island is as efficient and stylish as possible. 5. Adding functionality, maximizing your island's potential. Now that we've cleared the clutter, let's talk about how to maximize your island's potential. You want your island to do more than just look good, it should be useful. A kitchen island should make cooking and living easier, not harder. So, let's think about how to make the most of your space. First, consider adding extra storage. If your island is just a flat surface with no drawers or shelves, you're missing out. Adding drawers underneath can give you a place to store utensils, pots, or even cutting boards. That way, you're not constantly searching through cabinets to find what you need. You could also install open shelves for easy access to things like spices or baking ingredients. With just a few tweaks, your island can become a hidden storage hero. Next, think about the layout. Is your island large enough to include multiple functions? For example, if you love to cook but need space for your kids to sit and do homework, you could add seating on one side. This creates a perfect balance between work and relaxation. If you like to entertain, you might add a bar area with some stools for casual dining or chatting with friends. A multifunctional island can make your kitchen feel more open and versatile, without overcrowding it. And don't forget about task lighting. Installing lights above your island can make a big difference. Not only does it brighten the area for cooking, but it also adds a stylish touch. A well-lit island feels more inviting and easier to work at, whether you're prepping food or enjoying a meal. By making small changes, your island can become a multifunctional space that works better for your needs. It's not just about looking good, it's about creating a space that makes your life easier. Let's keep moving forward and explore how to add a little style to your island without overloading it. 6. Adding style without overcrowding. Now that we've made sure your island is functional, let's talk about adding some style. A kitchen island can be both practical and beautiful. It's all about finding the right balance between function and design. You don't need to overcrowd your island with too many decorations or accessories. Instead, focus on a few stylish touches that will elevate your space without making it feel cluttered. Start with the materials you choose. A wooden island can bring warmth and texture to your kitchen, while a marble or quartz island gives a sleek, modern feel. If you want something a bit bolder, try mixing materials, like a wood top with a metal base. These simple changes can make your island stand out and give your kitchen an updated look. Next, consider the colors. If you want your island to be the focal point of the room, go for a pop of color. A soft blue or deep green can create a calming vibe, while bright colors like yellow or red add energy to the space. If you prefer a more neutral look, stick with shades of white, gray, or black. These colors are timeless and work with almost any kitchen style. Another way to add style without overloading your island is through lighting. A statement light fixture above the island can bring instant charm. Pendant lights are a popular choice, but don't be afraid to experiment with something different. A beautiful chandelier or even a set of small, modern bulbs can add personality without making the space feel crowded. Finally, don't forget the accessories. A vase of fresh flowers, a bowl of fruit, or a stylish tray with a few cooking essentials can be just the right amount of decor. Keep it simple and choose items that complement your island's design. These little details will make your island look inviting and chic without the clutter. By carefully choosing a few stylish elements, you can give your kitchen island the perfect finishing touch. You don't need to overload it with decorations, just a few thoughtful pieces will do the trick. Let's move on to the next step, where we'll show you how to keep everything organized and clutter-free. 7. Keeping it organized, the key to a clutter-free island. Now that your kitchen island is both functional and stylish, let's talk about keeping it organized. An organized island is the key to maintaining that clean, clutter-free look. It's not just about cleaning up at the end of the day, it's about creating a system that works for you. Start by creating zones on your island. For example, have a space for meal prep, a place for drinks, and a section for snacks or quick meals. By separating tasks, it's easier to keep everything in its place. This way, when you need to use the island, you'll know exactly where to find what you need, and nothing will feel like it's in the way. One easy way to stay organized is to use storage containers. Clear bins or baskets under the island can keep things like utensils, cutting boards, or spices in order. Labeling these containers makes it even easier to find things quickly. And if you prefer a cleaner look, opt for simple drawers or pull-out trays where you can hide away smaller items. Another great tip is to keep only the essentials on top of the island. This means regularly checking what's there and removing anything you don't use often. If you find your coffee maker or blender is sitting there all week but only used once, it's time to store it away. A clutter-free surface gives you more space to work, and it looks much better too. Also, try to clean as you go. It's easy for messes to pile up, especially when you're cooking. Wiping down the island every time you finish a task will keep things looking neat and prevent dirt from building up. This simple habit can save you time and energy when cleaning up after a meal. By staying organized, your kitchen island will remain a functional, stylish, and inviting space. With just a few simple steps, you can keep it tidy and clutter-free every day. Ready to learn how to make your island even more practical? Let's move on to the next step. 8. Making it practical for everyday life. Now that your kitchen island is clean and organized, it's time to make sure it works for your everyday life. A good island should fit your routine. It should make daily tasks easier and more comfortable. Think about what you do most in your kitchen. Do you cook often? Then your island should have space for chopping, mixing, and laying out ingredients. Keep your cutting boards, knives, and mixing bowls nearby or in a drawer under the island. This will save time and make cooking smoother. Maybe your island is more of a family spot. If so, you might want to add seating. A couple of stools or chairs can turn your island into a breakfast bar or a homework zone for the kids. Just make sure there's enough legroom and space to move around easily. Comfort matters. If you're someone who likes to entertain guests, your island can help with that too. Use it as a snack or drink station when friends come over. Set up a small tray with glasses or snacks. This makes it easy for guests to grab what they need while keeping the rest of the kitchen tidy. Also, don't forget about power outlets. If you use your island for blenders, mixers, or charging your phone, it's smart to have plugs nearby. This makes it more useful without running cords across the kitchen. Lastly, add items that help with your daily flow. A small calendar, a notepad for grocery lists, or even a holder for your phone or tablet while following recipes can make a big difference. These small touches turn your island into a helpful space that supports your daily habits. The goal is simple: make your island match your life. Whether you cook, work, eat, or host, your island should work for you. And now, with all these changes, it's not just a kitchen feature, it's the heart of your home. Let's move to the final section and bring it all together. 9. Bringing it all together, your island done right. Now we've reached the final part, bringing it all together. You've learned how to fix the biggest mistake people make with kitchen islands. You've looked at space, function, style, and daily use. Now it's time to step back and see the big picture. Your kitchen island is no longer just a flat surface in the middle of the room. It's not too big, not too small. It's placed in the right spot with enough space around it. You can walk around it easily, and nothing feels tight or cramped. That's how a kitchen should feel: open, free, and easy to move in. You've added smart storage, so everything has its place. No more messy counters or searching for tools. Your island now helps you stay organized every day. It works with your routine, not against it. Whether you're cooking, eating, working, or chatting with guests, your island is ready. It's also full of style, but not overdone. The colors, the lights, the small decor pieces, all of it adds personality without making it feel crowded. It looks clean. It feels fresh. And most of all, it fits you. You didn't need a big budget or fancy tools to fix it. Just simple changes, smart choices, and a bit of care. That's the secret. Now your island isn't just a part of your kitchen, it's the heart of your home. So next time you walk into your kitchen, take a look at that island. Smile, because you didn't just fix a mistake, you created a space that truly works. And that's something to be proud of. And there you have it. The kitchen island doesn't have to be a source of stress, it can be the star of your space. Just remember, keep it clear, keep it useful, and let it reflect your style. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's about to remodel their kitchen. Got your own kitchen island tips or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's keep designing smarter, not harder.